Hey guys, welcome back. Steve Areno Cool Kits, Revell 54 Chevy Highboy, Part 6. Take 1. Boom! Alright. Welcome back, guys. It's great to see you. Been away for a little while. Been involved in a couple different things. Last time we talked, I was coaching basketball. We had a great season, did really well, and then we rolled right into track and field, and that has been going great. We're heading into league finals, and we've got several athletes that are looking real strong for sectionals and potentially going on to state. So anyway, the weather has gotten better, and with that comes the opportunity to get the 54 Chevy Highboy out here. And at least for me, if you're rushing, you're doing it wrong. And I didn't want to paint the final finishes when the weather was going to be too humid, too wet, and frankly, there was no reason to rush. Got all this great stuff going on, including scouts. It's time of year when we start tuning up, going to summer camp and getting the trailer out, and there's meetings and more meetings and lots of meetings because, boy led, boy run, boy done.
It's a surprise.
How about that, huh, Lim? Surprise?
You guys don't mean to tell me you built this all by yourself?
Yeah. Including scratching the lumber. We didn't even use nails in some places. We tied knots.
Well, fellas, I don't know what to say except that, it's just absolutely amazing.
We're just there as scoutmasters to help them figure out how to do it and how to have a great time. But we're going to do some 50-mile bike rides. We're going to do a 50-mile backpacking trip. Just all great stuff.
Why not?
But anyway, back on the Highboy. Since last I was back here with this, a couple things happened. One is that I've got a question coming in. It asks...
Yes?
Ho, ha, ha. Remember me, old chum?
And it asked me about the fit of the glass. And so, at least on my kit, the front glass, you can see there, and you get those wing windows. I remember when we were a kid, we called it 4x40 air conditioning. We'd have 4 windows open at 40 miles an hour, and we'd open these things and turn them back the other way so they scoop the air into the car. So don't have those on cars anymore, but they were a great feature. And then back here, the rear glass, that's fitting well, so we won't have any problem using that. So there, obviously you can see there's some white plastic putty here and there on the body. I've been starting to sand that down, and we'll get in there with our 400 on up in successive steps up to 2,000 grit and get that all smoothed out the way we want and like. The other thing too is I decided with this prominent spear that runs down the side of the 54 that I wanted to get the stance squared away. So let me see if I can lower this and show you what I'm talking about. I went ahead and sort of took out my Super Highboy action, all those front springs, and went for more of a horizontal stance as far as that side spear is concerned. And I gotta say that I just like this better, so that's what I'm gonna go with. The other thing too is I was looking at the colors, and I decided that I wanted to go with tangerine orange opaque on the body. I might go ahead and throw metal flake gold on there before I go on with that, just to give it a little bit of pop. But the final color over the top is going to be this tangerine orange. And hey, what can I say? If you're going to do tangerine orange, then the next and obvious thing that you're told to do is you got to have that metallic purple finish, gloss. And when I was a kid, I had a Stingray bicycle that was like this. I think it was called the Great Peeler or something like that. I think it had a big old gigantic racing slick on the back, where it wasn't candy purple metallic, it was chrome. And you got to have chrome, man. Chrome is king. So it was chrome all over the place. Had what chrome lines on the banana seat. And remember those banana seats, right? And the racing slick. And everybody knew what was coming down the road when they saw that thing. So I thought I will do this on the bucket seats and maybe a couple other places inside the door upholstery and stuff like that. We'll have the candy purple metallic. Okay, so we will be back after sanding. All right, bye now. Hey guys, welcome back. Steve Areno Cool Kits, Revell 54 Chevy Highboy, part 6.1. Take one. Boom. I'm gonna update the part 6 video, and that's why I called this 6.1, because that video, which I posted yesterday, will watch this part, which will be blended, spliced in. As I mentioned, I was gonna take out the Super Highboy action on the 54 Chevy, which I did. And as I was looking at it, I said, huh? What's going on here? And I didn't realize it at the time I was putting this thing together, when it had the Rev 1, when it had the Super Highboy action in there on the front springs. But the, this brittly orange plastic, the frame was potato chipped. And the Super Highboy springs in the front were more forgiving. But when I leveled this thing out, I didn't notice that was the problem. And as I've said before, I spent about half my time causing problems, about half the time fixing them. And I thought, I'm just gonna leave it alone, nobody will ever know. But you know what, that kind of stuff really bugs me. And isn't that why we do modeling after all, is to have a good time, get stuff right, get it fixed, get it to our satisfaction. So I was thinking and contemplating while I was working my way down from the 400 to the 2000 grit sanding, and then I said, I'm going to go back and fix all that. So here I am up on the Agariomatic building table, and let me kind of pause here and flip it over, and then I'll show you what I had to do. Okay, what I had to do was let me see if I can get some background here for contrast. These are the racing sheets for the track and field athletes here. I keep sheets on every single race as they run, in the splits and the target times and the actual times and the whole enchilada. But yeah, I know, Mr. Data Miner there. But hey, you know what? You can't manage what you can't measure. So it's just part of it, being a coach. You got to. Otherwise, you're just a monkey standing on the side of the track with a stopwatch. Anybody can do that. So here, this is the underside, and because it was potato chipped, what I sort of went round and round and round, and I thought, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to treat this frame, the black thing in here, kind of like a Maine lobster. And I mean, you'll kind of get what I say next. Is if you were to go right down the center line there, and you were to saw cut, not all the way through, but most of the way through, that would give you the ability to flex it either together or back, and take the potato chip action out of it. So in the end, this won't show up because I'm gonna putty and fill and paint, and we'll bring that back to where it should be. But was how I figured that I would get this thing square, which it has to be square before you start. And that was the problem, is this thing was warped. I think it was, this end was higher. It was like a potato chip. Okay, so we did that, and we'll build forward from here, and we'll get everything back to where it should be. Okay, now let me pause, and I'll take the, everything was off here. Went all the way back down to frame, took the shackles out, went all the way down to ground zero, and built back up. But the good news is, that now, with the the micrometers that I like to use, we're able to go in and measure up and ensure that we've got everything exactly level, because we're going for level. So almost level is not the same thing as level. So okay, so there we are. I'll pause and get the body off to show you what the frame looks like. Okay, so with the handy micrometer, you can measure. You can measure inside over here, and you can measure outside. But you can also, you have a depth gauge. So getting this thing set to a depth gauge, you can see here we're able to measure at the 4 points that really matter. Here, 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 and here. Okay, and that's going to ensure that the body mounts up level. And there was a little bit of doing and fiddling to get this accomplished, and I don't even can remember all the parts I had to do. but I had to rebuild up in here. Like I said, I had to crack the back on this lobster shell here frame, get it straightened out on my building table, and then I had to fiddle around getting the rear end mounted to the leaf springs again, and the shackles on the back, the Highboy shackles back here. We can sort of get stuff repainted up and get going back to where we were. So at least for me, I mean, I think having a model turn out like this is the way you want to go. You don't want to keep trying to sweep water up the hill because no amount of paint covers up bad fit. Okay, bye guys. Hey guys, okay, welcome back. I thought I would give a quick look once I got it all cobbled back together. While I had the body off and I was putting it all back together, I thought, why not go ahead and chrome the frame up here in the front end. So re-chromed all of that in there. That's looking good. That would really show off well when the guy's popping a wheelie or something like that. And then the stance is what we wanted. Yeah, now there's an idea. Get some racing stripes going, some rally racing stripes going, a la Stingray bucket seat, right? So we'll probably do that. And yeah, have more chrome. Chrome is king. So everything is looking good like we wanted, and now we're ready to get back and motor ahead. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. Bye.